Hey, man. Hey, Brian Ben Bilal, coming back at you with another edition of this Boomer's Logic, man. As you can see, up early. Ain't doing my 1-2 thing today, but said I'd get out, run a couple errands before the wife gets up and make a video. So this morning I wanted to talk to you guys about these two, one bishop, one pastor, Jamal Bryant and William Murphy. William Murphy is the bishop. Jamal Bryant is the pastor. Both of them out of Atlanta. I believe they're both in New Birth. But before I jump into this subject matter, man, if you haven't already, like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, tell a friend to tell a friend. So I've been checking these dudes out for the last couple days because for the life of me, I cannot understand why y'all continue to follow and listen to these people. I can't understand it. Y'all in these congregations, you hooping and hollering and screaming. Let me tell you what these two jokers said. So my wife didn't even believe it. I played it for her, and I wish I had the side-by-side ability once again. Just Google it. All you got to do is Google Pastor William Murphy says that poor people are sinners. Google it. Put it in your Google machine, and it's going to come up. Just Google it for me, man. This man, William Murphy, stood up there, man. This is what this man said in the pulpit. The man had the audacity to say that if you broke, this is how he said it, if you're broke, you are in sin. That's what the man said. I can't make this up, man. Just take a moment today, Google it, and look at what the man says. And this is the people that y'all continue to go sit and listen to. A beginner in the faith could be able to tell you, man, that's a lie. It's a bunch of poor people that were, who were righteous in the Bible. What is he talking about? But y'all continuously go in and sit and listen to these people. I don't know. I cannot, my mind can't, look, I can't even make my mind wrap around the reality that y'all continue to sit in and listen to these people with this snake oil crap, man. That's all I can call it. They are snake oil salesmen, and y'all continue to listen to it. The other guy, Jamal Bryant, he tops. I guess he heard what William said, Murphy Williams, or William Murphy, or whatever his name is. I guess he heard what he said, and he said, hey, hold my beer. I can do you one better. This Negro, my wife couldn't believe this either. I had to show. This Negro, Google it if you want to see it. So you don't say, Brian is lying on the black church because he's a Hebrew. This nigga said, this is what this nigga said. This nigga did an interview. And at this interview, this Negro sat in there and said, because New Birth, now I know he's with New Birth, because New Birth is on such a large piece of land, I guess they got a lot of, actual land. And what he wanted to start doing, and listen to what he said, man, because I'm still trying to, wrap my mind around what this nigga said. He said since New Birth has so much acreage, so much land, what he wants to start doing, listen to me now, what he wants to start doing is he wants to start growing cannabis. He wants to start growing weed. Now, in and of itself, nothing's wrong with that, right? Because, it's legal now. You can grow it, cultivate it, open up to you some distilleries. Cool. I don't have a problem with that. But the reason that this nigga said he wanted to do it is an insult to black men everywhere. This nigga said he wants to do it because he wants to attract black men to his church. He said because as soon as black men hear that he got the weed at the church, they gonna run straight to his church. His words verbatim was, they gonna hear that I got the weed and they gonna say, oh, he got the weed at the church? And they gonna flock to the church. Like all black men are junkies. These are the Negroes that y'all take and prop up as ambassadors of y'all community, man. It's sickening. It's ridiculous. It doesn't make sense to me. You allow these people to sit there and say these things, and you continue to flock to them. You continue to prop them up. After I heard this, I went to Isaiah chapter 30. I can't remember the verse. And it talks about how and there will become a time where they will say to the seers and the prophets, don't prophesy to us righteous things, prophesy to us smooth things. And this is what y'all have done. Y'all push righteousness to the side, and y'all grab hold to these buffoons because they're not going to hold you to any account. They're not going to tell you to live a different lifestyle. They're not going to tell you to clean up your communities. They're not going to try to get you in a better position in life. They're going to sit and fleece you for your money and sit and just point the finger and belittle all the people around. Have you ever noticed that where black churches are, that they're just barren wastelands? Like, I used to, when I used to go to Atlanta, right? And I used to ride through Atlanta. Everywhere you seen a large black church, everything around it was desolate. It was a wasteland because that church is sucking all the resources, all the life out of that community around it. It's not giving back. It's not helping develop anything. It's sucking the life. Just take note of that. And when you're driving, just look around. Everywhere you see a black church, it's a desolate land because nothing is being cultivated around it. The church used to be a pillar, something that the black community could lean towards. If you had problems, you could go to the church. If you needed some information, you go to the church. If there was a town hall meeting that was being held at the church, all of these things, you could go to the church to eat. You could go and get donations, food, clothing, whatever. This is what church used to represent. Now, in this generation, because these past bishops and pastors, we were called to this generation. So I guess the old things were, for the old, generation, older generations. Now this new generation wants to hear smooth things. I can't, man, I'm telling you, I could not wrap my mind around, and I cannot wrap my mind around why you people, why do y'all continue to go into these places? I'm past the stuff in their coffers because y'all gonna continue to give your last because they keep telling you, you're 50 years old, you've been giving to these people since you was 20 and you still ain't had your breakthrough. So you think you can go in there and give more, just keep sowing that seed, keep sowing God gonna give you the increase. And you still ain't seen the increase. You still ain't seen the increase, but you keep going in there. Because what they do is they play on your hope. They play on your desperation. This is what these people do. They suck the life resources out of these communities. And they keep it pushing. This man had the audacity to say, if you were broke, you're in sin. Look it up, man. Please Google that this morning. Pastor William Murphy says that if you are poor, you are in sin. You're a sinner. Google it. Google the thing where Jamal Bryant said he wants to grow weed at his church so he can attract black men to his church. Google it, man, and you will not believe, man. And once again, their congregations are still filled. People are still giving their last to these people. Man, I just wanted to get that off my chest this morning because it's unbelievable to me. Like I said, it's unbelievable to me that y'all keep running to these places, listening to these charlatans, listening to these snake oil salesmen. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. If I had the resources and the ability, whatever city I was living in, I told my wife what I would do. Number one, I would build a humongous synagogue, and that synagogue would be for everybody. All the single parents in the community. You would be able to drop your kids off. You would have a daycare that you could afford. I would have a farming system, cultivating, growing vegetation crops, giving them back to the community for free. These are the things that we need to do. We need to bring some type of honor and a ray of hope back into our communities. If I had the ability, man, I promise you, I'll always say, what would you do if you got the power? What would you do with it, man? I sure wouldn't do that crap. That is insane, man. Anyway, I'm digressing. I had to get that off my chest, man, this morning, because I'm like, I can't believe I'm listening to this. And my wife is hearing it, and she said, did he actually say that? I said, yep. That's what the man said. I said, yep. So go Google it. I had to get that off my chest and get it to y'all this morning, man. I'm going to get on back home, tiptoe in, you know what I'm saying, get to my day. I love y'all, man. If you haven't already, like, subscribe, go to the Boom channel, Boomer Logic, hit the bell for notification, tell a friend and tell a friend. And once again, I'm done with this particular topic. Love y'all, and see you on the next one.